cul-de-sac, so Jake, hit the beat. Yeah, yeah. So birds like to flap, I like to nap. Get Austin with this rap.
Oh yeah.
The world is not learning anything. Racism, anti-Semitism, starvation of children. I was convinced that hatred among nations and among people perished in Auschwitz. It didn't. The victims died, but the haters are still here. New ones. And day in, day out, week after week and year after year, people kill each other.
Yeah, right here, man. Night. They began to plan boycotts and stop Jewish shops. The boys were taught to avoid being caught. They would not use restrooms. They assumed there would be less doom if nobody ever knew the truth. They were the first to die. They knew you were a Jew if you were circumcised. It would hurt to cry. They were cursed inside. They would lurk and hide behind smirks and lies. On a search for the children, burning buildings. Jews had to return to work and learn to rebuild them. They killed them, skilled men, pistol shots. The night of broken glass, crystal knot. They fought back, hoping that their hope would last. Folks openly attacked with the jokes and laughs. The choking gas got them choking fast. An open gash on the throats from the smoking match.
My good friends, all is more or less, but they know the casualty. And we also know we must be honest about it. There are no words. Only those who were there know what it meant being there.
It was impossible to stop all the onslaught. Nazis were on top, unstoppable juggernauts. Under rocks and behind corners, Jews would hide. Human lives tortured, they forced you to die. Orders were to quickly eliminate the sickly. The gypsies, strictly men and women they hate. Limits were never placed on how much further you can immerse yourself in it and commit to the murder. Witnesses still say it didn't exist. Those who reminisce are stripped of their innocence. It's sick, I don't mean it in a positive sense. Their attention was fixed on Jews hopping the fence. They often went alone to go, bellow in the dark, sleeping sopping wet, known by the yellow star. Seen as a threat, they would scream in the bed. Every dream in their head now seemed to be dead.
It was man's inhumanity to man. It was man's inhumanity to Jews. Jews were not killed because they were human beings. In the eyes of the killers, they were not human beings. They were Jews. It is because they were Jews that it was so easy for the killers to kill.
This is how it went for the Jewish descent. The devil's man threw more than a few in the trench. Carcasses were tossed through the pits all across. Spit on with snot and other harsh remarks. They never thought their hearts would escape the dark. They were starved and labeled apart like trademarks. Great scars pressed up against their flesh, made a mess of, meant for experimental tests. Ruthless men, German vermin never ceased. Jews yelling to be freed from the belly of the beast. The priest who made an oath to hand the sermon was hanged by his feet with both his hands burning. The world's turning. Girls are nervously serving serpents who purposely show no concern for the church is uncertain. With no faith, no sixth sense, sprayed with disinfectants like they were insects. Picture your best friend standing next to you, subject to death in less than a second or two. I can't fathom what it's like when nobody will help, like having no voice with untold stories to tell. Bodies cold, overflowing with cycle bins. I want to know, what moment does the cycle end? We place the crime beyond the limits of language, gone astray and vanish inside of the anguish. Degenerates desecrating all that is sacred, defending your life cause you know you'll never make it. Forsaken as our descendants were defeated. We don't learn from our mistakes, all we do is repeat them.
If we decided to tell the tale, it is because we wanted the world to be a better world, just a better world, and learn and remember. It's always the messenger who try to deliver the message and is unable to do so. But there is something more tragic than that. When the messenger has delivered the message and nothing has changed.
Let this night be forever remembered.
That was deep. That was
very intense.
very intense.
I like Austin. Great job.
He is a lot better than me. Oh yeah.
Well, deeper than the Yin Twins too.
Yes, he is deeper than the Yin Twins. A little bit deeper than birds. Birds.
All right, birds too, apparently. Next we have our